here we are. Welcome back to the channel, and this video we're going to show you round 4 of the IRO Endurance Championship, and we're at no other than the Nürburgring, Green Hell, whatever you want to call it. 24 hours around here. We've got full weather, full damage. This is going to be absolute chaos to survive 24 hours around the Nürburgring. Now the plan was to show you qualifying session. I was asked to represent the team Project 1 Racing, but as I made an absolute shambles of it, we qualified in P11. Medi qualified on pole, followed by Macho Monkey and IRO Harlock in P3. Let's get ready for this absolute chaos. This is the first stint. We started the race, 2-hour stint, 17 laps, rolling starts. We've got to keep an eye on when those leaders go and put the foot down, and the race is on. So we got a good launch, make a bit of a break from the guys behind, but this first corner is always chaos at the Nürburgring. So you've got to be tentative as full damage is on. The last thing you want to do is end up getting damage on the first corner and carry that all the way around this long circuit. As you can see, a bit of RG, but RGs will come around. A bit of a domino effect. We're going to have another look at that again. So exactly what I was talking about. So go on board with Weed. We've got Belfast BAP just in front, turns in. That's a classic first corner incident. And then we've got a domino effect afterwards. Looking to get away with no damage, everyone there. That gives us a bit of an opportunity as we go on board now. We've got Luke just in front, and everyone's a bit out of sorts at the start of the race. We're going to go for a dive down the inside up into P9, making it a bit of a block pass, but make it stick quite nice. We've got Aero just in front for Sector 7 Racing as well. All these absolute top drivers in this endurance race championship. As we go for the carousel for the first time, get a good run out the carousel. Looking to put Aero under a bit of pressure, trying to make moves after that shocking qualifying from the day before. It's so difficult. You can see from this angle how hard it is to follow around the circuit. Never mind pass, following is hard enough, especially in the dirty air as well. You see, forward to lap 3, this triple right-hander in this awkward section now, coming in for this tight left. The air in front is a little bit deep, and as he puts his foot down, gets a little bit sideways. He comes out there. We're going to try and make a move if we can, but he defends the inside line, trying to get the momentum around the outside, just make it stick. And again, a bit of a block pass, but we make it now into P8. Every opportunity is there. We have to go for it, try and make moves if we can. Such a long circuit, it's so easy to make a mistake. It's a fine line between pushing the limits and end up getting damage and having to kind of carry that around the whole lap and then lose it all in the pits. As you can see, we've got a good gap now behind that Lexus. It's absolutely rapid behind us, so we go on board with Aero. See, the top speed is doing about 170, 172 compared to our kind of 164. The Aston Martin is an absolute barge on the straights. The thing does just not want to go. In this part of the circuit works well, and in the wet weather seems to work well, but on the straights you're losing anything between kind of 7 to 8 tenths, even to 9 tenths of a second. So you can make it all up on this part of the track, end up losing it on that one straight, which can be quite frustrating. So you can see that Corvette in front pushing it for all it's worth. To come to the end of lap 5, Corvette in front, Royce pits. We're going to go around for one more lap. You can see the Corvette not being as kind to the tyres as the Aston Martin. With those pitting, that puts us up into P6 on lap 6. And there's always the threat of rain in the air. You can see how dark and gloomy it is. As we come to the end of lap 6 on this long straight, there's a little bit of rain about. You can see Kazza behind now in that Nissan GTR with fresh set of tyres. Look at the speed difference. We're doing what, 164 in the slipstream, and you go on board with this GTR is doing 167 under the bridge, 168, 168 without a slipstream. So we're losing a lot of time. As Kazza continues, we're going to pit. It's about time to pit now. It's decision time. Do we put slicks on or do we put inters on? As you can see, the rain coming down, but you don't know how long this rain is going to last for. This is the trouble. The wipers are on. We decide to go for inters and play it safe. Whack in a bit of fuel as well. So we come out the pits, and that moisture bar on the left hand side, just above the first bar. So the rain is there. But again, this could be a passing shower. We just don't know. And with it being such a long lap, it's such a risk to know what to go for. Those guys that would have passed the pits could be in trouble. And they will be in trouble because the rain is absolutely pouring down. As you can see, we've got the wipers on. We're in P6 at the minute. We've got ORT Clerk just in front. And Rusko is behind as well, but this is so difficult with these changing conditions. Intermediate tyres, definitely the way to go. The only trouble with this is that if this is a passing shower, the guys in the slicks in front won't have to pit, but they're going to lose a lot of time during this lap. But it's always that fine balance. How much are they going to lose compared to the pit stop? As you can see, we've caught up with Kaza now. From the previous lap, you see, he went straight on and pits and we pitted. So we're going to go for this move if we can. So Kaza on those slick tyres. We're on those intermediates, trying to make the most of it while we can. Up into P5 now on lap 7. So making good gains at the start of this race. So right now, intermediate tyre is the right choice to be on. As you can see, Mehdi as well was already past the pits. So we're right behind Mehdi, and he's also on those slick tyres. You've got to be so careful as you look on that curve, so much moisture, you've got to be so careful. Half metre off that race line, and he goes straight under that understeer. And yeah, but if you're on slicks, it doesn't matter how quick you are, Mehdi is absolutely rapid driver. But if you're on the wrong tyres, you've got no chance. So up into P4 from P11 at the start of the race. You can see Kaza goes for that move. That's all it takes. He gets slightly on the wet curb on those slick tyres, and it's game over. And now he's got damage as well. So that's the risk that you take. As you see now, the slicks are probably the tyre to be on. As Royce go in front, as you're on board with Mehdi, hits that curb. Not even the Inters can stop him. It's just about. Mehdi just gets away with that one. Now Royce go in the barrier with damage too. So Mehdi now, with his eyes on P4, he's trying to chase us down. Like I said, we're on these intermediate tyres. We can still use the curb, so if you're on slicks, you've still got to be a bit wary. But we just haven't got the grip or the pace on these intermediate tyres. You can see it coming to this left-hander a little bit deep. Mehdi takes the opportunity, moves up into P4 on those slick tyres, and we're up, well, so down into P5. We're going to pit at the end of this lap as this track is changing all the time. We're coming to the pits, and we're going to put on a fresh set of slick tyres now. Still a lot of moisture, especially in the pit lane. You've got to be so careful coming out of this pit lane. So much wheel spin. So easy to spin coming out this corner, especially as you're braking and turning into this turn 1. Look how slow and tentative we've got to take this. Look, really, really slow. Stay off the curbs, and there's that little dry line you can see there. That's what we're going to try and stick on. If you go out of that and brake, you'll be off the circuit. So, yeah, extreme concentration is needed. See Kaza now on those slick tyres, slips down the inside, and has got one more lap experience on those soft tyres. It's really difficult to know how much to actually push it without losing control. Like I said, the last thing you want to end up doing is you can see a lot of moisture stood on those curbs. The last thing you end up doing is pushing too much, especially in drying conditions, mixed conditions. Some parts of the circuit are wetter than others as well, so yeah, extreme caution is needed. So come this right corner now, see a car spinning in front and the yellow flag, and that is IRO. He's had a bit of a moment going up that hill, so exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe on those slick tyres caught a bit of moisture. So we start lap 12. See a couple of the guys have pitted on the soft tyres, and that puts us back up into P6. So we're hopping around kind of 6th to 8th at the minute. But this all has to unfold. We've still got 5 laps or 4 laps left of the race. We still don't exactly know where we're going to be finishing, as Mehdi back in front on those fresh set of soft tyres again. Let's continue, guys. If you do like this content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate all your support. Back to the action. You can see Mehdi now. We can see P5 just in front. That's Ramos just in front as well. So he's trying to hold on to him for as long as we can, but we do have to make another pit stop. So difficult to know where we're going to come out. But the minute, really pleased with the pace and the race itself. Hadn't turned a wheel around this track literally, I think 4 weeks before we actually started this race, so trying to make sure that we're ready for this one as much as we can be, but nothing can prepare you for this, not in the real racing situations with this dynamic weather. It just adds a different perspective to the race, and to be fair, when you're watching it, it's absolutely awesome. When you're involved in it, it's a different kettle of fish altogether, but great experience to be part of it. So you can see now, holding on to P5 at the minute. We're on lap 13, coming towards the end of lap 13, and this is our final pit stop of the first stint. Managing to hold on to P7, down to 8th now as Kaza just passed us there in the pits in P7. As we've got a couple of laps left. Trying to hold on now to P8. So up and down really most of the race. But that is the end of our stint as we approach the end of lap 16. In these endurance championships, we have to pit on lap 16 and hand over to your teammate for his next 2-hour session. So, a pretty action-packed stint one. Managed to stay out of trouble, didn't get any damage, so yeah, call it luck or experience. I'll go with luck, to be honest. But as we hand over to our teammate, I'll lap in for stint 2. So that was stint 1 all done and dusted. An awesome event to be involved in. I did have another stint as well right at the very end. So I started off the race and I finished the race with a 2-hour stint as well. So in the end, not the best race for Project 1 racing. We have a couple of disconnections which put us quite far behind. Ended up finishing, I think, P12. So we started off well, but just got away from us with those disconnections especially. But for now, that's me done, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Laters.